Just there we go, there we go. Good evening, folks. How well doing? It's Thursday night. We do love to start with technical glitz. It's Thursday night. Welcome to Double O Ravens House. It is, of course, the ACR Earth Tour Season 5, Round 2. Joining me, as always, everyone's favourite antipode, and it's Kane.
Good evening.
As we take you through Round 2 here at Paul Ricard.
Fantastic Paul Ricard. Thrilled, John. I'm jumping up and down in my seat. Cannot wait to get around this flat as a track.
Brilliant. Brilliant, but it is round 2, don't worry. The track may be a bit of a failure, but the drivers certainly won't be. We've got some cracking lap times out there, quality times already, and cracking with the wisecracking, of course. It's everyone's favourite. It's Kane Durham. Good evening, Kane. Looking like a good one with the lap times that we've got here. I'm loving that intro you did as well there, bud. That was spot on.
Super. We are here. Good evening, everybody. Johnny Bizzett in the chat. Good evening, Johnny. He's loving the intro. That's the technical gremlins in the system he's loving. We are here at Paul Ricard. We've got 5.7 kilometers, John. Very, very. Now, we have to mention we are not fans of Paul Ricard. It probably is due to the fact that it is a very technical course and it's too much for our little brains to handle. But there will be some spectacular action, no doubt. There is some very tricky sections of the track, especially at the end of that monster long straight. So once the cars get around there, but we do have some very quick drivers out there, John, and that's going to make the night all the more interesting. What a 54.8 right now from Floppy Fox out there.
It's already reduced Johnny Bizzett to his knees. And remember, mate, they're slightly quicker on console. So, yeah, I think it's about a second a minute on track or so. I think there is a variation between what you can do on PC and what you can do on console. Although it shouldn't really massively affect. I hope the picture quality is okay for you guys, by the way. That made me feel a bit better. Oh, but we under no mistakes. These guys are absolutely as quick as they get. Let me just change that and change that. And we'll have a quick rundown of who we have. We've got a new driver. Some unfortunate news. Returning champion Mario won't be returning. Left the championship today, unfortunately. So he won't be joining us for the rest of the season, which does now throw it wide open to the rest of the field. There are, at the moment, 19 drivers registered. We've only got 17 on track at the moment. 1 minute left of qualifying. Woodster, GT6 Gaming, Awful Gearbox. The Marv, he has got his... expecting big things this week, Marv, after that little faux pas last week and not having multiplayer unlocked. What was that all about? Jay Leolas is here with us as well. Gunnar Robb, Luke B. Ward in the Ferrari, plenty of time for him. Drimbler is the new driver. He has pretty much taken Mario's place, 10th at the moment. Cow Cow on a charge from the end of last season. There, of course, is Sweep Dreams, member of the RTS team. Fabulous to see him. Adam is with us as well in the Lamborghini. We've got Mr. Death Zone, of course. There's that guitar dude as well. Dexter, Leon, Semi-Alien Sealy, Joe Bananas, and Floppy Fox. And that really is quite the lineup, Kane.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very quick drivers out there, and as we said, some very quick times there. Johnny's just taken a deep breath and relaxed a little. Yeah, 54.8 there from Floppy Fox. Still out on track. Time has just clicked over now, so the guys will have one last chance to get their qualifying done. There's only 4 drivers still out on track there, so we'll have to see if there's any improvements tonight. But yeah, good strong field again, John.
Yep, it really is. It really is. Some good drivers like that guitar dude, Death Zone, Dexter, Leon Sealy, Joe Burnett, Floppy Fox, very quick indeed. As you see, the drivers are at 1:30, so they will still be able to get one more lap time in if they can keep it legal in between the Mayo and the Mustard. Let's give you a championship rundown. 18 points in the bag for Mr. Sealy on screen at the moment. He is our championship leader. Second place is the dude with the guitar. 12 points he is on. Third place is Dexter. He's on 10 points. And then we've got Floppy Fox on 9. Of course, it was raining week 1 at Donington. Yep, we'll end that sentence there. It was Lorisud, who's not available to race tonight, took 5th. Gunnar Robb took 6th, and De Silva, who can't race tonight, took 7th. Cow Cow took 8th. Joe Bananas took 9th, and Sweet Dreams took 10th place. Joe Bananas, though, definitely going bananas in France. He's only a 10th off of Floppy Fox at the top of the table. It's going to be a fun one. Mandatory pit stop, of course. It is a technical pit stop. Oh, JW! How we doing, bud? Long time no see, man. Yeah, it's the PS4, mate. That's right. Yep, Johnny's already answered.
I was just trying to wait for a pause in your breath there, John, to say hello to the OG in the chat. JW, how we doing, mate?
The OG in the chat. Look at that. Full respect to JW. Love it, mate. Love it. But yeah, it is the ACR, PS4 ACC Earth Tour League. It's yeah, it's all good. See, when he said Johnny Boy, I was like, how does he know my first name? Ha ha ha. GT96 Gaming, been playing F1 since Tuesday, so it feels weird playing this again. Oof, yeah, the brakes are definitely not as good. I forgot to get the quality results. Shit the bed.
Ah, that's why you've got me, John.
Oh, you're a legend. You're a legend. Thank you very much. Yeah, there is a reason we keep Ken around, and that's exactly it. Right there. Of course, we do have a bit of spicing up this season with the drivers. We've got the weather variability. Nice and variable. And the drivers, the races are all going to be starting at different times of the day. So tonight they're racing at 6 o'clock. Next week at Silverstone it's going to be 10 in the morning. It's going to be cold. We're actually racing Spa at 8 a.m. Suzuka 7 a.m. and Bathurst, Mount Panorama, is going to be a 7 p.m. start. Of course, that's in-game. The races are going to be the same time. Floppy Fox with the pole position. How we doing, JW, man? We definitely miss you as well, bud. I'll get you an invite in the RTS server. Come and play some ACC with us, bud. I'm doing some practice tonight after this. I'm going to end this broadcast and I'm going to start another one straight away so the guys and gals that are taking part in this can watch this back. And then I'm going to be jumping on to Zolder with the gang because I've got a race coming up on the 21st of July. Any second now. Simon is going to jump in the chat. Is he? Simon watching tonight? Is he there? Is he there? No, he's not on the list yet. He's not on the list yet.
No, there's Jigsaw with the Raven heads coming out.
Yes!
Morning, Jigsaw.
Go on, Jigsaw. Busting out the Raven heads. Yes, it is close to the top. It should be a very, very, very good race. It is, again, just a pity about the fucking track. I'm trying to find something nice to say about it, but it's really difficult to commentate on the track that was built in 1970, has been changed 8 times since then, and still the only nice thing that drivers say about it is it's got excellent spectator facilities. Yeah, so as the tumbleweed passes through, the guys and gals will start.
I watched that all the way across.
Had to crane my neck just to make sure it went off into the distance far enough. But it is Floppy Fox and Joe Bananas, just about a tenth and a half between them at the top of the table in qualifying. They've locked out the front row, and is it looking good for the Ferraris? 3 of the top 4 cars, all Raris. So yeah, we could see a very happy Scotsman in France here. As if we make it all the way to the end of the race and they don't give up halfway through. Ba-dum-dum. We'll leave that one alone as well then. What do you reckon, Kane? There's an interesting first turn here. You did say that this boring as flat as a tic-tac course. One of the only places actually got any kind of undulation or interestingness about the track is, in fact, into that little chicane into turn 1, where you've just got that slightest of up and then down hills again that could just throw the car off that little bit. So as far as turn 1s go, this is a very, very, very tricky one.
It is a tricky one, and it's a tricky one to keep that, as we see, perfect timing. Dr. Nailbender in the house. I was going to say, very tricky to keep it between the mustard and the mayo at turn 1. You've got those truck limits there coming left, and as soon as you cut right there, that curve on the right hand side, very easy to cut. So you're looking to keep these guys away from that 45 minutes so they don't have any track limit issues. But yeah, it's difficult. There's a couple of tricky corners there. We're going to see it at the end of this straight too. Really gets a car unsettled if you get that braking wrong. And then the next right-hander as well, John. It's very long sweeping right-hander. We're going to mention every left right-hander after.
Yeah.
But
Doc, remember what the judge said. You're not allowed to talk about rubbing off on people. It's part of the disclaimer there. The tip is to cut turn 1 and avoid the curb at turn 2 like the plague. Here we go. The Doc said, the mayo and the mustard. Can't believe I actually rub off on people. And I had to take it way too far. We are only getting sound through one side. I hope you guys can hear me. I did, broadcast last night, and my voice over the game, my voice was fairly well drowned out, so I'm sure a lot of you were happy about that. That's how I got my first restraining order. Yeah, Doc, you'll need to send me a picture of that wall again. There's a lot of that wall. There is a lot of them on there. Like myself, man. Like myself, I really don't think we should have turned it into a competition, though. Yeah, that was maybe taking it a bit too far, but hey, them's the breaks. Floppy Fox and Joe Bananas on the front row. Then it is Leon Seeley and Dexter on the second row. That guitar dude, row 3, side by side with Mr. Deathzone. Ferrari, Audi, Ferrari, Bentley, Mercedes. What a lineup. Swiftly followed by the Lamborghini and Sweep Dreams in the Lexus. Coming out of retirement a bit. He was away for a while. Oh, they're coming around the last corner. We'll talk about Sweep Dreams in a bit. Now, somebody's well off the bat. They're obviously stuck with this camera at the moment, thanks to the dodginess. Let's do this. Let's see what's happening. 45 minutes with a mandatory pit stop. Weather looks good. All green. Away they go. Oh, bit of a mix-up at the back there. Mercedes looks like it's lagging a bit, but the front two have got a great run on Leon in the Bentley. Cruising up. That guitar dude's got the jump on Dexter then. And he has absolutely got that position. Signed, sealed and delivered. Oh, it's side by side. Look at the control between the Audi and Ferrari driver there. Oh, Ferrari runs wide at the back, and we'll try and jump back on board with that in a second, but it's a battle for second place that we're watching here at the minute. Leon Seeley and Joe Bananas. Leon Seeley takes a place back. Dexter has definitely lost that place. The Lamborghini is up as well, so Adam has moved up past Dexter as well. So is Mr. Death Zone. We're going to wait here. There is to stay on this camera because I can see time of board goes absolutely crazy, but it does look like we have lost Dexter someplace in it. I can't see him. Oh, the timing board's still fucking updating. Yeah, no, take your time. It's not like we're commentating on a live race here, bud. There we go, perfect. So Floppy Fox, Leon Seeley, Joe Bananas, that guitar dude, Adam, Mr. Death on Dexter down to 7th place then. So he has dropped 3 places in the open exchanges. Cow is in 8th, so he is up 1 position, I do believe. So it is Floppy Fox is leading the race. Leon Seeley 2nd. Joe Bananas is in 3rd, so he has been overtaken then. That guitar dude up to 4th. Great start for that guitar dude. And let's not count out Adam's start here either, Kane. Absolutely flying in the Lambo up to 5th.
Yeah, sorry, John. Just catching a glimpse back of the opening lap there. For we said turn 1, Jay Leelis coming to the back with GT86 and Sweet Dreams getting caught up in that as well. So a little bit of carnage at turn 1 for the middle of the pack there. Not good. We'll have to see how they can get back on track as well. I'll have to see if I can get back to the live screen. There we go.
There we go. Love the technology. Love the technology. Yes, I was just seeing that there. You're right. The Marv, he's up to 10th, but Jay Leelis and Sweet Dreams all the way down. Sweep's got the move done on Jay Leelis. He's side by side with the Bentley G96 Gaming. Going to be a bit of a squeeze, and we've got 2 cars coming into the pits to take their piss up. Jay Leelis and Gunnar Robb. We know that Gunnar Robb takes a first stop. Oh, never mind that nonsense. The Lexus outbreaks him. Round the outside. Sweet Dreams, of course, qualified inside the top 10, so you'd expect him to make pretty neat work of these drivers. I think that's awful gearbox just ahead of him. It is, so don't know why GT96 Gaming. He is the Bentley, has just been overtaken. Drimbler, the new driver in the championship, in 13th. Luke Warden, 14th. Leolas, the Gunnar Robb, always takes a first lap pit stop. Jay Leolas, we think, might have damage from what Kane was saying. It certainly sounded like damage, and the Marv is in the pit as well. Jay Leolas is moving. Gunnar Robb is still stationary. He'll be away very soon indeed. Floppy Fox in the lead of the race. Leon Seeley in 2nd. Joe Bananas in 3rd. Adam, great start from Adam, up into 4th, and he's actually starting to gap that guitar dude a bit. He's a guitar dude trying to get back into the slipstream. So is Mr. Death Zone Dexter in 7th. He's got a bit of a gap back to Cow. He'll look to exploit that coming round. That triple or right-hander from hell. Sweet Dreams. He's looking to move up the inside. So there you go. He forced the defensive move. Oh, and the Porsche just backing out there. A little bit twitchy. I'm sure gearbox is on a joypad, so those movements will seem overly exaggerated, but Sweet Dreams making his way back through the field. He is back up to 10th position. Gearbox is running wide. GT96 is coming in to make the move as well, and Drimbler, I think, could gobble himself up another position here too. But let's have a look at the front, because wow, that is all kinds of close, Kane. This is fun times for Leon Seeley here.
Yeah, these two really going at it at the front of the grid. Sorry, 3 of them right in a real long train. Followed closely by Adam and that guitar dude. Very good opening couple of laps for those top guys out there. Big mover at the moment, Woodstar up in 9th position. Didn't set a qualifying time, so started down in 18th, I believe, John. Up
Wow.
into 9th already, so good work there. Sweet James has made decent recovery as well, back to 10th after that opening murder, as Dr. Nailbender put it. Yeah, but these guys out the front really got their hands full. Fox, Leon Seeley's got a whole lot of rear vision there of that Audi. Joe Bananas right behind that, so yeah, very good opening laps. These guys are heading down this massive long straight. Plenty of slipstream in play there. We'll see if any moves can get done at the end here.
Oh, look at that. Meow. It's difficult not to make those noises, isn't it? Seriously. No, I actually just did that. You're right, I just did that. Kane knows I don't actually have, and some people do know. Oh, he's run wide. Floppy Fox has run wide. He's gathered that's going to be a track limits penalty. Guarantee you he instantly got a warning for that. The Audi driver had to get onto the brakes very quickly to avoid rear-ending Leon Seeley. I don't actually have any game sound on because it helps me concentrate, so that will happen now and again, and I make no apologies for it. I've got a backlight in my broadcast room, for goodness sake. What do you people expect? This summer, one man, one desire. I don't even know where I was going to go with that one, but it is still a battle up at the front with Floppy Fox, Leon Seeley and Joe Bananas. It's Joe that's lost out at the moment. He started in second place and Leon hasn't taken that. These three drivers showing some absolute precision, accuracy at the wheel here to stay this close to one another while still running laps 6 seconds quicker than my own personal best around this track. Truly a heartbreaking statistic there. Truly a heartbreaking statistic. But let's have a look down, see if anything else is happening further down the field. Of course, as Mr. Deathzone's dropped down a couple of places now. He's lost out to Cow. Dexter back up to 6th. Race pace, I tell you what, I did think he'd be on for a good one. Doesn't always qualify the best, but certainly can put the laps in during the race, and we've seen that consistency, Kane, do well for him. But as Mr. Deathzone trying to come back on Cow's run wide. Deathzone up the inside. Double neat, double time. Ooh, goes a bit sideways on the exit. The Ferrari, that's not a Lamborghini, the Ferrari driver tucks back in. So it's going to be slipstream once again all the way along that straight. Woodster, as you were saying, Kane, he's up to 9th, but he's now got Sweet Dreams chasing him down along this straight. So yeah, he could find his charge a little bit stunted here as we see Sweet Dreams going for the overtake.
Yeah, I've just seen another overtake there. Cow's made his way past Mr. Death Zone as well, heading down that monster long straight, headed to the braking zone now. Cow taking that position fairly smoothly for Mr. Death Zone. Pretty much pulled away and let him have it early on in the race. Now everyone still needs pit stops. Still 37 minutes left, plenty of time, so yeah, plenty of patience there from Mr. Death Zone. But yeah, plenty of action all over the field.
Dreams got it done as well. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Dreams moving past Woodster there. A little bit squirrely on the edge of that corner. But yeah, looks to have that well and truly done. Jay Levis leading car out there. So made that pit stop as well.
Yeah, he did. He got out ahead of Gunnar Robb. He got a good gap on Gunnar Robb, and he's managed to get ahead of GT96's. He's not quite in the slipstream coming off the straight, so as long as he can hold his line. Ooh, that's a bit wide. The stewards might look at that if he was still on the accelerator. But yeah, he's just about the 2nd mark ahead, so he is not giving away much slipstream at the moment. And that's where he wanted to be. I tell you, it's hard not to watch this battle up at the front though, Kane. I'm just jumping back on board. Joe Bananas has actually got the move done on Leon Seeley. So I'm thinking this is just going to be cat and mouse along this back straight with slipstream from here until the end, because it is, yeah, this is the predominant feature of the track, is this ridiculously long straight. And it is ridiculously long. I mean, we can see, look at that. You can actually see on camera now how quickly the Ferrari comes flying back into pits as you get to the end of the straight. The slipstream here is amazing, and look, as soon as you catch up the back markers as well, now the race leader's getting slipstream. It's we're going to see some stupidly quick times here as well by the look of this kid.
Yeah, just about to mention that. 4 laps in, we've got some lapped traffic in the leaders' vision at the moment. So yeah, very interesting to see that. Only the 1 car left, Luke B. Ward there in front of the race leader at the moment. But yeah, still Joe Bananas and Leon Seeley trying to follow through as quickly as possible when they get past these blue lapped cars. So head down the main straight into Leon Seeley's coming for a quick pit stop, John. It's not something we usually see Leon stay out for a lot more of the race, get that pit stop done towards the end, but choosing to come in and get out of the way. It's interesting to see where he comes out and whether he's going to have any more traffic to deal with. So that could be a very important part of this decision here.
Yeah, it really can. Like you say, instantly both of us trying to jump on that. What? Leon doesn't pit this early. Leon doesn't. What's going on? What's going on? But yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Leon pitting this early, so it will be interesting to see. You could of course see there clearly there was back markers. Those guys have taken their pit stop, so the front runners were catching up with them there. And given that Leon was in such a huge battle, maybe it was forced on him, maybe it was a tyre problem, but yeah, could very well have been tactical. He is back out on track now. It does say he's in 8th, 9th. It's going to take a second or two for that to catch up. Dribbler's past him, and so is Woodster and Awful Gearbox then. Is Awful Gearbox? Not sure. Let's check what's happening with... Oh, what's going on there? He's absolutely lost it. Why is his car going see-through on the side of the track? He's absolutely lost it coming off that last turn, Kane, and that is Adam in the Lamborghini. Says thank you very much, and unless I am unbelievably terrible at maths, Kane, Adam's now in a podium position.
Yeah, that's right, John. Got that move done. Joe Bananas, like you say, getting all sorts of line wrong. Marv on the inside there gets past just off track. Yeah, Adam in the Lamborghini up into 3rd position. Joe Banana's just struggling to get that Audi planted and flat at the moment. What have we seen, John?
Yeah, no, I was just looking at that guitar dude as well, actually. That's that guitar dude I'm on board with now, and there's Joe Bananas. You can actually see that guitar dude in the Bentley just behind him. I think Joe Bananas, actually, if he wants to go to the stewards, he could let them know it's Johnny Bizzett's fault that he crashed. Because just before we jumped him, Johnny Bizzett put in the chat, come on Joe in the Audi. Shit, is there a thing called spectators cars? Yes.
There is now, Johnny.
There is now, Johnny, so we
There
will
is
be
now.
flinging you clean under the bus, my friend.
Sweep dreams into the pits now as well, John. So a couple of early pit stops, not even 15 minutes in. And we got 1, 2, 3, only 6 drivers pitted already.
Yeah, out of the 17, that is a high number. We don't usually see this many this early. Track temperature set at 25 degrees, of course 6 o'clock in the evening local time on a Sunday. These drivers are racing, so the track is well and truly. Johnny Bizzett says, sorry Joe, Texas says cursing the ginger. Fabulous. Oh, that guitar dude, within a second, look at Mr. Deathzone closing on Cow Cow then. Cow Cow we did see, and Cow Cow having a great season. As Kane pointed out last season, he was having a great run towards the end of last season. A bit of a technical glitch almost saw him robbed of his best finish of this season. It put him in a very high finish overall in the championship. Thankfully, his fellow drivers rallied round and that was corrected. But he really is having a good season. But with the slipstream on this track, it is very much, as I was saying to Kane, a cat and mouse game if you're within 1 second of your opponent. You need a strand of the ginger hair to revoke the curse. Too bad I'm going bald. Ah, yes, squirrel. But let's have a look.
Brilliant.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So Floppy Fox is out in the lead, 8.5 seconds ahead of Adam, who is now, of course, ahead of Joe Bananas. We saw drop it off the back straight. He's got that guitar in 1.2 seconds now, so he is starting to stretch that out a bit. Dexter up into 5th with Cow Cow in 6th. Still got Mr. Deathzone breathing heavily down his neck in that AMG. Keeping him very close indeed. Another AMG then is Drimbler, his first race here with ACR, so welcome Drimbler. Currently running inside the top 10. Then of course Leon Seeley was very much in the podium hunt when he came into the pits. He's in 9th place ahead of Woodster and Gearbox, still to take their pits in 10th and 11th, which means Sweet Dreams, Jay Leolis and JT96 Gamer are going to be promoted a position. We've got a bit of a battle here. Oh, Gearbox has come into the pits then. And here's Gunnar Robb. Seeing a bit of Bentley on Bentley action then. Last season, of course. Gunnar was. Can't remember who it was he was battling with most weeks. Oh, there we go then. I'm not sure. Yeah, GT96 mid perhaps realising he's up
That
against
was
a much
the
driver.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guda Rob and Marku V had some battles last season, John. I'm pretty sure the two returning veterans.
Yeah.
Don't see Marku V this season. This one
Yeah.
we've missed out on. I've had, as we've seen, plenty of other new, very, very quick drivers join this league this season. So, Awful Gearbox is coming in to get his pit stop done and dusted, out of the way. Mr. Death Zone's just trying to keep the hold of Cow Cow at the moment. These
We've also
guys
missed
not
an
really losing
overtake.
touch of each other. That's what we do.
That's what we do, mate. It's exactly what we do. And the Audi is back in front. So Joe Bananas is back ahead of Adam in the Lambo. I did surmise that the Lambo may be feeling the pressure from that guitar dude, and he's pretty much just laughed in my face. And he's got himself past the Lamborghini. There we can see the Bentley of that guitar dude. So still very much in touch here. A good pit stop strategy. We've seen it before. The amount of time you can win and lose in the pit stop is unbelievable. See what happens when I keep my push shut, says Johnny Bissett. There you go, my friend. That's exactly what happens. He is on an absolute flyer at the moment then. The Audi back in front. Let's have a look and see what else we can see down the field. As Kane just mentioned, we've got another pit stopper. Mr. Death Zone's in the pit as well. In fact, Mr. Death Zone is on his way out of the pit. Yeah, you know what? We could really have to go to helicam and we're jumping between the cars because it's not easy to see for me, you know, to tell what's going on and where the cars are and all this.
So, little wiggle from the Lamborghini, John. Saw Adam throw the brakes on and let Joe straight past rather than put any of them under any sort of chance of contact there. So, yeah, Adam just letting Joe go. He's having a little bit of
He's got to
trouble
drive
with
through it.
his
He's got to drive through. He's got to drive through it. Just as you were, that's amazing. You were saying he's having a bit of problems with track limits. He's just been given a drive through for track limits. That is pit strategy out the window. Oh, the Porsche a bit late on the brakes. Almost hit Gunnar Rob, who'd gone through. So Leolis is going to lose a position there. Did amazingly well to avoid contact. Love to see that level of sportsmanship. Could have just piled into the back of Gunnar and kept going, but nope. Took himself off, lost the position. Adam straight into the pits, then came to serve that drive-through, and that is podium hopes out the window. No questions asked.
Yeah, absolutely. Less than 20 minutes into the race, it's not where you want to find yourself. That's not a good start from Adam, who, as we said, had made his way up into that podium position and was fighting for with Joe. It's going to drop him well back here in the field. Have to see where he comes out. 13, that's Drimbler. Leon Sealy should pass, or very close to.
Yeah, so even if Adam did take his actual pit stop there, Leon was still getting past him because that was just the drive-through. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Leon definitely still had the jump on Adam. That is fair to say, but yeah, that is hugely detrimental there. Unlucky. It's heartbreaking to see. It really is heartbreaking to see when someone has qualified so well, qualified inside the top 10, made it up, 5-6 positions. And yeah, the old track limits early doors catches him out. No problems though for Indigo Lime Evo's very own Floppy Fox. Go Team Ferrari. Leading the race, spectacular. 11.3 seconds ahead of Joe Bananas he is. Of course, the real test is going to be how far ahead of Leon Sealy he is when he takes his pit stop. We know that Leon was very quick. We saw Adam take a drive through and Floppy had him absolutely nailed in the first corner. 25 minutes to go, 20 minutes they've been on track. The temperature is dropping slightly. Track wise down to 24 degrees, so it's only dropped 1 degree in the first 20 minutes of racing, so certainly it won't be overly problematic to the drivers as their cars get lighter and lighter with the fuel. Get everybody in the chat then, get the Raven heads in there. Who do we think is going to win? Who do we think is going to go on the podium? Dexter Kane I think he might be one to watch. We've said it so many times about the guy that he doesn't always qualify the best, but he puts in the consistency. He's actually qualified well today, up inside the top 10, and yeah, currently running in 4th, trying to keep up with that guitar dude. He could definitely be on for a 5th or a 4th place here, which would be another great finish for a new addition to not only ACR but ACC itself. A Formula 1 driver, of course, from the ERT team.
Yeah, absolutely. Did qualify in 4th position, so has kept his position throughout the race so far. Got that pit stop yet to come, but yeah, as we see, plenty of team names in and amongst the drivers list this season, and we know what that means. Get involved in team names, you've generally got some pace about you as well. So these guys showing that pace. This battle here, Adam's in a really tricky spot. Got the slipstream on Leon and seems to have a little bit of pace on Leon, but again, out of position because of that drive-through penalty. So not a good spot for Adam at all, considering we got that drive-through and now he's in all sorts of trouble trying to get further ahead and push that car up.
Yeah. You'd think he'd maybe want to take his pit stop now and get it out of the way. You know what I mean? And get that guy back and get some running, because yeah, like you say, it's a tricky position for him. He's out of position. He's got a bit of pace on Leon at the moment, it seems, but yeah, it's a tricky one, so might be worth his while. What do you think, to coming in and taking his pit stop now? Because you certainly don't want to be getting held up too much around the track like this.
Leon's actually sandwiched between two of those cars that need to make pit stops. So
Yeah.
a couple of guys out of position that needs to be rectified once these pit stops are made. Yeah, Adam in that Lamborghini just struggling a little bit some of these braking points. As we do know, they are a little bit tricky.
The Mercedes
comes
comes out.
straight into the pits. So Leon set free there. We'll see what sort of times these guys can come up with now. Leon looking to have a little bit more space in front now to stretch those legs.
Yeah, and he's certainly going to need to do that if he's got any hope of catching Floppy Fox. Floppy at the moment has got a lot of space in front of him, so he is going to have very little slipstream to rely on for the foreseeable future. So it's at the halfway mark in the race, so given there's no slipstream and we are at the halfway mark, we could well see Floppy pop in to the box this lap. We'll stay on board. Race leaders very rarely get time on camera because they're off into the lead. But we'll wait and see as he comes through Sector 3 whether he comes in to take his pit on this lap. Why is the map miniaturized? It shouldn't have done that. There he is coming around the penultimate bend. Absolute nightmare of a course. All those blue and red markings, man, they really are just a minefield, and he's definitely gone past the pit entrance, so no pit stop this time for Floppy. So he's staying out. Oh, let's do that, and then do that, and then do that, and then do that. Hurrah!
And those opening 5 lead 5 drivers, John, pretty spread out at the moment, so gonna just add to the to the intrigue where Leon comes out, because it's gonna be in between someone there. Once all those pit stops are done and dusted. Dexter in?
Yeah, Dexter just coming into the pits end just after the halfway mark.
Cow looks like to be coming in as well.
Oh yeah, he is, yeah.
Oh, let's hope got that thing stopped. Very pit limiter needs to be done and dusted real early there. Very short entrance to the pits. Yeah, I'll be holding my breath for Cow just now. Hoping he did get that thing down to the right speed in time. Dexter done and he's got his stop done. He's on his way back out, so clear traffic. Who's that behind there? So that's a little bit of lap traffic as well. So the RT driver getting out with plenty of room in front, John. So that's a good pit stop there.
Yeah, that is a good pit stop from Dex. He does have car. He's got Cow. Oh yeah, coming out the pits then. So it's Mr. Death Zone. Oh, he's come past Cow. So Mr. Death Zone I did say a good pit strategy, could see it gain time. He was, of course, battling with Cow Cow. Cow Cow took the position, and there you go. Mr. Death Zone makes the undercut work, as we see Cow Cow exiting turn 1 and 2. Mr. Death Zone off and already into this ridiculous section that is turns 2 through 4. Just bonkers design, this course. Bonkers design. Floppy Fox, still in the lead, 13 laps in, decides not to come into the pits once again. He is just stretching and stretching and stretching his legs as much as he can. Joe Bananas, currently in second, decides not to take his pit again. That guitar dude, he's happy with the Bentley as well. He is going to stay out, so it is Leon Seeley, still lead driver on the track, with Adam still in close attendance. Adam, of course, still to take his mandatory pit stop. Then it's Dex Dexter, 6th at the moment, with a good gap ahead of Mr. Death Zone. If he can keep this up, he's definitely going to overtake Adam when Adam takes his pit stop, and I think he's going to be aiming to get that guitar dude as well. We'll see how that plays out, but at the moment then it's Awful Gearbox in 17th, Luke Ward in 16th, and Marvin 15th. We've got Woodstar running in 14th position, Jay Lealis in 13th, with GT96 Gaming in 12th. We've got Gunnar Rob in 11th, with Drimbler in 10th place. Then it's Sweep Dreams in 9th, Cow Cow in 8th place, Mr. Death Zone in 7th, Dex Dexter in 6th. Then it's Adam still to take his pits, he's in 5th, Leon Seeley in 4th, and the top 3 are coming along the back stray. He should be coming around the last corner, timed that almost perfectly. So yeah, that guitar dude, Joe Bananas, 2nd, and Floppy Fox coming into sector 3 once again, 11.2 seconds. I wonder how Leon Seeley's lap times are looking. Last lap 157, and he done a 55.9. And Floppy Fox, 57
He's
as well.
coming into the pits, John.
Oh, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Race leader then comes in to the pits. The charge is now on. Can Leon Seeley? Oh, I tell you what, he is close. Sorry, Leon's close.
Yeah, definitely made up some positions there. Leon has.
Yeah, he's had some good laps, I'd say. Because as I'm coming, yeah, he's through sector 3 now.
Fox stopped for a long time, John. He's got tire change or something going on here. Maybe some fuel added. Looks to be dropped. Well, this is a bad pit stop from Floppy Fox.
Oh, he dropped twice there.
Just moving now, and Leon should get this done.
Oh wow, into turn 1. Oh my goodness me. This is very close. So it looked like Floppy Fox had a bit of an issue in his pit stop there, Kane. It looked to me like he dropped. It was almost like the car dropped twice.
Yeah, I thought he'd just been picked up very late. So maybe that car not actually stopped with the engine off. Not too sure. Have to be in his driver's seat to find out exactly what happened there.
Yeah.
What we will find out is how much time was lost, because Joe Bananas and that guitar dude still yet to pit. And Leon Seeley is right behind Floppy Fox right now. Still going to have those coldish tyres as well. So Leon's got the race leader potentially in his sight still. So yeah, going to have to see where Joe pits here. Thinking Joe's, if he gets a good pit stop done, might have the jump on both those drivers there and could get back out into the lead potentially.
Yeah, he really could as well. And I'll tell you what, I think that Dex Dexter, if he keeps lapping at this pace, I think he's going to get that guitar dude when he comes out of the pits. I think it is definitely looking that way. Mr. Deathzone not far behind Dex Dexter either, so we could see a battle between Death Zone and Guitar Dude, especially if Dex keeps this up, because Dex, we've got a car off track. Oh, I think that's the Marv just getting out of the way there. Oh no, it's Adam. It's Adam.
That's Adam struggling with that Lamborghini again, John. We've had that track limit and drive through barely 20 minutes into the race, and yeah, still hasn't got a hold of that as much as he'd like.
Yeah, he really hasn't. The back tyres there really letting him down. Oh, and he runs wide again. Such an easy track to make a mistake. There's bits of it that look just all kinds of the same. So Dex then, well, of course we knew he was going to take that position from Adam anyway. We thought it was going to be when Adam took his pit stop, but there is Adam taking his pit stop. So Dex promoted up to 5th. And like I said, I genuinely think he has got the run. That guitar dude coming along the long straight now. Dexter. Oh, he's actually lost a bit of time there. Oof. Right, okay then. That's suddenly got interesting again. No, that's going to be a fun one to see how that one plays out. We're going to see where Adam comes out. I think Mr. Death Zone. Yep, he's through turn 1, so he's got the move on him. So is Cow through. Drimbler is coming through as well. Sweet Dreams is going to get promoted, and so is Gunnar Rob. There's Adam still in the pit. GT96 Gaming is coming along the start finish straight as well. There's Adam still in the pits. There's Jay Leolis. There's Woodster. Wow, this really is tumbling him so far down the field, Kane. That is heartbreaking for a driver having had such a great start to the race.
Yeah, and just almost coming into contact with Joe Bananas there on the exit of that pit. Joe does have to remember that is the pit lane on that right-hand side. There is a line you're not supposed to cross until you have passed it. Very difficult to the entrance to turn 1 bar. But yeah, when those cars do come out of that pit exit, very, very dangerous position for anyone flying into turn 1. So Joe Banana's just avoiding all sorts of carnage there with Adam. Could have been a tyre issue there, John, for Adam. Might have got new set of wheels on that thing at some different pressures. Hopefully get that Lamborghini a little bit more stable out there for the last 12 minutes of the race.
Yeah, he definitely could have been looking to steady the ship. The track temperature has dropped by another degree. The cars, of course, will be a lot lighter as well, so the drivers could find their tyre pressure slightly low. Jay Leolis looking to make a move on Woodster. Doesn't quite get it done at the end of the straight, but did close the gap hugely there. We've now got 2 drivers left to pit. Joe Bananas is 12.7 seconds now ahead of that guitar dude. The 2 drivers still to take their pits, leading the race.
And he's just about to tag onto the back of Jay Leelis here, and that battle with Woodster as well. So if I was Joe, I'd be coming into the pits right now and getting out of this back marker battle.
Yeah, that seems like sound advice. Yep. No, he's not. Oh wow, he's not. He's decided to stay out. Let's see what that guitar dude does then. Still 11 minutes left to go, and he is staying out as well. So absolutely trying to stretch their legs as far as possible. 11 minutes left of the race. And we've got Luke Ward and that off a gearbox, sorry, 17th and 16th. The Marv, post driver, in 15th. There's Dexter going through. He'll still be, I mean, look at that gap. Yeah, Joe Bananas, 13.1 seconds. I'm trying to quickly do the maths between Dex and that guitar dude. But there's always one driver doesn't have a time next to their name. So Dex in a minute just says 1 lap. So we'll leave that one alone for just now. Adam back out in 14th position. He's got Jay Leolis ahead of him in 13th. Woodster in 12th. He's got Joe Bananas going past him there. So Joe getting an extra slingshot from the slipstream along that back straight. That will only but help his cause. Woodster there in 12th, as I say. GT96 just coming off that very straight. He's in 11th. Gunnar Rob in 10th. Sweet Dreams up into 9th position again. Great to see after getting murdered in turn 1. We got Drimbler in 8th place. We got Cow in 7th. Death Zone is in 6th. Dexter, he's in 5th. Leon Seeley is in 4th, and Floppy Fox is in 3rd. But of course, these drivers At least the last 4 names I mentioned could easily be moved up at least a position, perhaps 2, depending on how that guitar dude and Joe Bananas have been A, lapping, and B, how quickly and correctly and cleanly they get their pit stop done. Joe Bananas, less than 10 minutes to go, decides not to come into pits. A lot of wiggling in the background there. That looked like the Lamborghini driving Adam. It is. He is getting in a battle with Jay Leolis. The Woodster is just overtaken there. Adam closes the gap under braking. Jay Leolis, of course, pretty new to the game, but having an absolutely fantastic season, all things considered. But Adam, given the pace that he had early doors in the race, you think that this is a move that's going to get done pretty quickly. The back straight, although from here, Kane, you're thinking if you're Adam, you're pretty much just hanging on in there till you get onto that long straight, and yeah, a bit of slipstream, off you pop. Oh, in fact, Jay Leolis moves over, lets him through. Adam round the outside. That's actually worked out better for the Porsche now. He's got the slipstream.
Yeah, been watching the Porsche. It seems to be struggling a little bit, especially at the heavy braking areas at the end of this long straight as well. Yeah, these guys have had their battles. Let plenty of blue flag go past as well, so that's definitely let Adam straight back into this action. Yeah, Woods just had plenty of front markers, front drivers coming in and around, so these guys losing a bit of time there, not going to have their perfect times on track displayed at the moment. Is Joe Banana's going to come in yet? Still more blue flags in front. Who's that? That GT86 Gaming in front of Joe now, so 8 minutes left still. Like you say, 2 drivers still to make the pits. Joe stays out again.
Yes, he does. Well, we see that guitar dude, 9,000 RPM. Good evening. I'm giving thumbs up to the camera. This isn't one of those broadcasts. I'll be on camera later on when I practice. Thank you for the raid, bud. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone joining from the raid. How is your stream tonight, mate? How are you finding it back on the PC? I'm doing the old commentary tonight. I've got Kane Denham beside me. Say good evening, Kane.
Good evening, Kane.
There we go.
Hello.
He does exactly what he's told. That's why we work so well together. Woodster works well with the Lamborghini driver. Let's him up the inside. And that's a place back for Adam. It's the ACR Earth Tour tonight on PS4. And why is there no game sound at all now? Why is there no game sound at all now?
I can't help on that one.
No, you can't. Why can't... what on earth? Okay, now there's game sound. But it's really loud in my ear as well. Ah, save me from my own stupidity. Technology is not my friend. There we go, there we go. How did that happen? Honestly, Streamlabs absolutely hates me. Streamlabs absolutely hates me. Let's see if any of the drivers are looking to make any moves just now. Leon Seeley is still lapping very quickly. 1.5 seconds is the gap to Floppy Fox, who is at the moment, as far as we know, our race leader at 19 laps in. 6 minutes left to go, so that's roughly 3 laps, maybe 4, given the length of time it takes to make a lap. Joe Bananas comes past the pits again, so he's going for the full Leon Seeley stint 1 race difference. Race strategy, sorry, I've just read that said someone that said in the chat, never mind. And that guitar, he does come in.
Yeah, coming in to get his pit stop done, so Floppy Fox just coming around the last corner. He's going to retake second position. That guitar dude's still on the roll, so Floppy getting that part done. Leon moving past as well. Ken Dexter, John. Where is he going to come out? Just a couple of corners to go.
Yeah, he does. He does. Is that there he goes. So that's that guitar just rolling to a stop now. Dexter in the last section. Of course, Floppy and Leon both cruising through. He's coming around the last corner
That
now.
Guitar's
Dexter.
moving.
Oh, he's moving. Oh, there's a post coming past him. Oh, so it's game on between the two of them then. It's game on between the two of them. That guitar dude's got outlap tyres to deal with here. Mr. Desmond just coming around the last bend. He'll be looking to close that gap if he can. Dexter. We'll get an accurate reading here. There's a Porsche. I believe that's the Marv there. Just getting himself out the way for the blue flagged car. Dexter, come on, give us a reading on the time. What is that? Maybe 1.5 seconds? Let's have a look see. Let's have a look see. No. Surely not a 5 second. How could that possibly
Yeah, so
be?
good stop there by Guitar Dude, getting it done and dusted quick, John, making all the difference. Joe's coming around the final corner. Will we see him come into the pits? We will. So we're going to find out who has the right strategy here.
Oh, I think it's Floppy. Look, he's already well into the last section. He's further into that corner than Dexter was. So you would surmise. Yeah, Joe Bananas just stopping there. So his pit box is halfway in. There's Floppy Fox coming in the last corner with Leon Seeley right behind him. Joe Bananas is dropped and moving. Floppy Fox is going to zip past. Leon Seeley is going to zip past. So these two drivers still maintaining the lead. Joe Bananas just leaving the pit box. Has that guitar do? Nope, he's just coming into the last turn now. So Joe Bananas, I think we'll be going Bananas because his strategy has worked. That has kept him on the podium, Kane. So he has got to be happy with that drive. Perhaps might have liked a second place there, but he's back out the pits. He's in third place with less than 3 minutes to go. That is not too shabby a drive at all.
Yeah, not too bad at all, and really only losing second position to a good strategy. Leon coming in early, got that pit stop done, and was able to get some good laps set. And we knew how close that was going to be when he did join Floppy after Floppy's pit. Yeah, so Leon having that early pit stop has made all the difference, and yeah, he's taken that second position from Joe.
Yeah, he has. Oh, very close here between Drimbler and Cow Cow then. Drimbler, of course, is inaugural race with us, so again, welcome along. They're having a great run now. We did say the Cow Cow, he'd had a great run towards the end of the last season. He'd had a great start to this season as well. And he finds himself under pressure, so Drimbler could well be a top 10 contender here in league. Runs a bit wide there, not much space to make overtakes around here. Just a ridiculous track. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but it really is. Drimbler having to run wide there, drop back off. He's going to be close enough to catch that slipstream there. It's not going to be enough to get the move done, but it's certainly going to close him in enough to make the last lap very interesting. And speaking of last laps, Floppy Fox has just started his. It is the last race, last lap of the race. Go for it, Death Zone, says Vargas Sim Racing. He is definitely going for it. A very comfortable 6th position at the moment. A great drive from Mr. Death Zone. Cow Cow in 7th. Still fender off Drimbler, who's closed right back in again. As I said, the slipstream along the back straight will definitely close that gap up. So it's going to be an interesting last lap there for these two drivers. Awful Gearbox, Luke B, Ward, Demar, Leolis, Woodster, GT96 Gaming, Adam down in 11th, Gunnar Rob 10th, and it's Sweet Dreams in 9th. Drimbler is currently in 8th, trying for all the world to get past Cow Cow in 7th place. Oh, getting very close again, under braking as they come into the last corner. Tries to pop it round the outside. Gearbox has had to come into the pits, splash and dash for fuel. It has to be. Cow Cow and Drimbler. Cow Cow's fended off Drimbler then. Let's have a look and see where our race leader is. That's Floppy Fox, of course. Good evening, Vargas. How we doing, bud? Welcome along, welcome along. Drimbler still putting the pressure on. Floppy Fox still cruising along. 4 corners to victory for Floppy. 2.3 seconds as they got back to fellow Ferrari driving. Leon Seeley, Joe Bananas 11 seconds in arrears in third. Great race from that guitar dude, and Dexter 4th and 5th, and again Mr. Deathzone in 6th. Great run there. Cowcow and Drimbler, all the battles. Drimbler trying to find space before the back straight. He's going to absolutely be in the slipstream going along the back straight. Floppy Fox has crossed the line to win the race. Leon Seeley has taken second. Joe Bananas is going to take third. Drimbler is going to try and take 7th place from Cowcow. Cowcow staying defensive early, or is he going to still make a defensive move? Look how close the Mercedes must be lifting there. The Ferrari drifts over to defend. The Mercedes goes up the inside, doesn't quite manage to hold the pace, keeps it between the mail and the mustard though. Still very close. He'll be abusing that slipstream all he can into sector 3. That guitar dude comes home to take 4th, and Dexter has come across the line to take 5th position. Well, very shortly see a checkered flag next to Mr. Deathzone's Mercedes. He is going to get 6th. Drimbler and Cowcow battling all the way to the end for 7th position. Into the last sector they come, absolutely nose to tail. A left-hander here, and then a very tight right to close out the lap. Drimbler looking for any space that he can. Tries to get a go. Oh, and there's a bit of contact. There's a bit of contact. The Ferrari's facing the wrong way. The Mercedes holds his brakes and gives the position to Cowcow straight back again. Great battle between these two at the end. Oh, GT96 has got a drive through on the last lap.
Oh.
For track limits, heartbreaking stuff. Sweet Dreams in 9th. Cuba Rob is going to get 10th. Adam 11th. GT96 could drop down a position or two here with GT96 with Woodster in 13th. Jill Ellis is home in 14th. Amar 15th. Luke B. Ward in 16th position. And Awful Gearbox bring up the rear in 17th. Some phenomenal racing there, Kane. Again, right down to the very, very last corner. Love it with these guys.
As always, they do put on quite the show. Dr. Nalbena joining in there. Great sportsmanship. He was on board for that Drimbler and Cow battle at the end. Drimbler putting Cow under all sorts of pressure, John. He was riding that back bumper. Really unfortunate that those guys made contact right at the end, but like we said, Drimbler letting Cow take that position as he should have. Yeah, fantastic race. Floppy Fox not going to extend his lead because he wasn't in the lead. Leon Seeley, fantastic finish. And what has gone on there with that? Where's the results gone?
Yeah, the server has restarted itself a bit quicker than it should have there. So I didn't quite catch. I did get a photograph of the final result, and there we go. The server has given up the ghost. Love it. Let's tell you what. Let's get some footage of cars racing. How's that? Brom.
Meow.
Meow.
Floppy Fox joined back in the chat. Very good race, Floppy. Fantastic out there. Good to see as well. And yeah, Leon, you guys will be battling it out, no doubt, further down in the championship. Good results from that guitar dude as well there, John. Dexter.
Yes.
Yeah, so
indeed.
good
Yeah.
results all around there.
Yeah, so the final standings are Floppy Fox, of course, took first. Leon Seeley second. Joe Bananas in third. That guitar dude fourth. Dexter in fifth. Death Zone seventh. Death Zone in sixth. Sorry, Cowcow seventh. The Drimbler in eighth. Sweet Dreams in ninth. Good Rob in 10th. Adam in 11th. Woodster in 12th place. GT96 Gaming finished in 13th, even with that drive-through penalty. Gia Leolas took 14th. Marv took 15th place. Luke Ward took 16th. And Awful Gearbox finished the race in 17th place. The race next week. Ooh, it's only Silverstone. So that'll be good. We will have, of course, the Silva back in the mix, as well as Laura Sud as well. So it'll be 19 drivers minimum we should see on the track next week. And as I say, it is Silverstone with a 10 a.m. in-game start, so it's going to be nice and cold. So the driver's going to have to get their thinking hats on to get those strategies worked out to keep the tyres nice and warm. Quick hi to everyone in the chat. Go for it, Death Zone indeed. Good race, Floppy Fox, says Mr. Nailbender. Good comedy, guys. Thank you very much, JW. Great sportsmanship again, says Mr. Dr. Nailbender. Unless Floppy, he really was quick. Thanks for the race and the comedy, guys. Absolutely more than welcome. What I'm going to do is, so that the racers can get involved and have a watch back of the race they've just taken part in, I'm going to end this broadcast now. I'm going to go and have myself a couple of cheese sandwiches, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to stream me practicing for Zolder. So if anybody is on PC and wants to come in and jump on and do some laps as Zolder, feel absolutely free, or just jump back in the chat and send some abuse my way. Thank you very much. It's over 9,000 RPM for the raid this evening with your viewers. Thank you to everyone that got involved in the chat. Thank you, of course, to the only man here that actually makes any sense, Kane Denham.
Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure as always. I am on not mute. That's not how you say that.
It's amazing how quickly his brain switches off at the end of a race.
Said it, nailed it.
Oh, amazing.
World of my own. Yes, fantastic race. Cars, brum brum, yow.
Excellent. I will see you lovely people again very, very soon. Thank you for watching this broadcast. Thank you to the racers. We'll see you all again. Stay safe. Good night.